Greetings some skies, it's me, your melancholic writer, and in this video I'm going to show you an old project that we made last year, October 2019 to be exact. This project is made for an educational purpose intended to boost the Cebu's tourism. The title is Top 5 Historical Places in Cebu, and that is already up next. Keep watching!
What's up, everyone? So we're going to give you the top 5 historical places here in Cebu.
The Basilica Minori del Santo Nino is a minor basilica located in Cebu City, Philippines. It was founded by the Spaniards headed by Father Andres de Urdaneta on April 28, 1565. It was also the same day that the Legazpi Urdaneta expedition arrived in the island of Cebu. Basilica Minori del Santo Nino is the oldest Roman Catholic church established in the Philippines. It was built on the same spot where the image of the Santo Nino de Cebu, a statue depicting the child, was found in 1565 by Spanish explorers led by Miguel Lopez de Legazpi. The image is the same statue given by Ferdinand Magellan to the wife of Raja Humabon as a gift over 40 years after Humabon's baptism to Christianity. He was baptized on April 14, 1521. The image was found by a soldier. It was preserved in a burnt wood box after Legazpi razed the village of hostile natives. The Holy See calls the temple of mother and head of all churches in the Philippines. The present building of the Santo Nino Church, which was completed in 1739 to 1740, has housed the oldest religious image in the country ever since.
I gotta find my way back to summer paradise. Jean Paul Simple Plan.
My heart is sinking as I'm lifting up above the clouds away from you. And I can't believe I'm leaving. Oh, I don't know, no.
Plaza Independence is one of the most significant sites in the history of Cebu. It is a symbol of independence and freedom from all the conquerors that tried to take over the island of Cebu. Its century-old trees are witnesses to what the plaza or park had been through during the colonial days. The changes of its name emulated in its role in the history of Cebu. The park was called Plaza de Armas in the early 1600 and served as a public square used as military training and parade grounds. It later had its expansion to reach nearby properties of the Cathedral of Cebu and was called Plaza Mayor during the Spanish era. Its name was changed to Plaza Maria Cristina in honor of the prevailing queen. Its name was changed again to Plaza Libertad during the American colonial period to acknowledge the liberty from the Spanish rule. When all the colonizer left the country and the land has attained its true freedom, it finally had its name Plaza Independencia.
Fort San Pedro was built by Spanish and Cebuano laborers as a military defense structure. The fort's name was taken from Miguel Lopez de Legazpi's flagship, the San Pedro, in which he sailed the Pacific Ocean. They started the building of Fort San Pedro on May 8, 1565, 11 days after their arrival in Cebu, with Legazpi himself breaking the ground. This is the same year where they sent a small party to explore Siquijor, the island of fire. Fort San Pedro is said to be the oldest and the smallest fort in the Philippines, covering an area of 2,025 square meters. Its walls are 20 feet tall and 8 feet thick, forming a triangle with an even length. Two sides facing the sea and the other the land, where the current entrance gate to the fort is located. The gate has two rectangular columns that flank a raised Philippine flag that serves as the apex of the structure. Three tunnel-shaped windows sit on top of a gable which hosts a niche that shelters an image of the Santo Nino, the city's patron saint. Below it is another shallower niche marked with a seal, which I was told was the seal of the Spanish king. Below it is the entrance, a barrel vault, whose arch is topped with a spandrel that bears the Swedish name of the place and the year it was built.
Yo, drop your glasses and shake your asses. I wanna get with you and I feel up real nasty.
Magellans Cross holds a very big part of the history of Cebu. It is believed to be a Christian cross planted by the Portuguese and Spanish explorers headed by Ferdinand Magellan. It was planted upon their arrival in Cebu on March 15, 1521. That day also marked the birth of Christianity in the land. The original cross was believed by the people of old to have miraculous healing powers, so they started chipping it away. Because of that, the government officials was prompted to supposedly encase it in another wooden cross made from tindalo. It is now housed in a small chapel. Rumors say though that the original cross was destroyed or disappeared after the death of Magellan. Today, the cross is housed in an octagonal pavilion called the Kiosk.
The Lapu-Lapu statue is said to be in the exact spot where the battle was fought and where Magellan was killed. The statue shows Lapu-Lapu holding a sword in one hand and a shield on the other. Lapu-Lapu was one of the two chieftains and kings of Mactan Island, and he vigorously resisted the early Spanish colonists in their attempts to conquer the Philippines and convert them to Christianity. When Ferdinand Magellan arrived in the Philippines in 1521, he took possession of the Philippines in the name of Spain. After early friendly encounters with the Rahas of the islands of Humonhon and Cebu in the central Philippines, Magellan and his men faced off against Lapu-Lapu and his warriors in the Battle of Mactan. During this battle, the Spanish burned a village of the inhabitants of Mactan. Magellan was then killed by Lapu-Lapu. History records that Lapu-Lapu was the first Philippine native to resist foreign invasion and colonization. As such, he is regarded as the first national hero of the Philippines. In addition to the above-mentioned statue known as Lapu-Lapu, a church has been erected in his honor at the town of Opun, Mactan Island, was renamed Lapu-Lapu City.
I hope you learned something about the amazing history of Cebu. And stay tuned for my next videos.